G'day viewers, well, aside from this Miele dishwasher, I got a cheap control board for it, which is good. I'll go do a run down to the basics of these machines, but most expensive parts about Miele dishwashers is control boards and the main circulation pumps. The seals tend to go in these, but these things take a lot of use for that to happen. The ones around these are the one of these at times when I'm fixing these, they're ones that are about 10 years old and they're being used extensively for the pump seals to go. Apart from that, I got another score, a Crosley Shelvador. Crosley invented the shelf in fridge door concept, hence the name Shelvador. In Australia, James N. Kirby was a manufacturer of Crosley fridges in Australia. That's his compressor. It's a bit rusted up and surface rust. I might have dragged that out somehow. Needs to be cleaned and painted. I've bothered to clean this. Well, I had a good clean and washed it all out. It was filthy. The wiring is a bit got to be fixed. Got to fix the wiring up and get this relay off. Do a lot of rewiring here because the wiring's all stiff. And there's our terminal block on the compressor. All that rust. That's just all mouse crap I've washed off this thing. This is filthy. Still dripping into the insulation. As you can see there. That's a model of this compressor. What's the model of it? CA10. CA10, this particular revision of the Kirby compressor. 1/8 horsepower. Use Freon F12 or Arcton 6, which is another manufacturer of R12. It needs to be cleaned up, doesn't it? A bit of surface rust. That's just mice crapping all over it. Shit from insulation sitting on it. Yeah, it's only surface rust. Good thing they're really thick steel. So nothing really to worry about. Yeah, it's all surface rust. That's taken care of now. You can see the concept where the condenser is at the front there, not in the back. This is the exact same design and layout Crosley did in the USA with their own fridges. The Crosley compressor was the same shape as that. The seams welded along there, and the lid sat inside, and it was welded all just like that, and it was a bit smaller. This is a Kirby Australian version of that compressor. The wiring just gone. The power cord wiring, they take that wiring off in there. And it does get cold, but as soon as I moved it out of the shed, this sat in the shed for 40 years. As soon as I moved it, the wiring crumbled apart and shorted out everywhere, so I didn't move it. As it sat, I just did a quick test and it did get cold. As soon as I moved it, the wiring fell apart. Stainless steel. The accumulators there, with the Crosleys in America, some models had up here on the side. Same concept and everything. Exact copy of a Crosley in America. Good quality stuff. It stinks. This thing was absolutely mouldy. Really bad. I thought it was a bit damaged. I'm going to JB weld that and fill it in and re-chrome it. You won't even know. Fix that screw sticking out there. Got to fix that. Find a missing bit that fell off here. I'll get a replacement, most likely. It was pretty bloody filthy. Oh, this is after I've washed it with a hose and scrubbed it with a broom or soap. Anyway, let's get this wiring done and give it a test. Okay, well the paper's luckily intact. It tells you exactly where everything is. Nice. Everything's here, right on here, so that's just nice. Makes things a lot easier. House cable, which is the flex. That's the compressor cable, look at that. Oh my god. I'm going to try and get in there and get that rewired. That's a bit of a challenge because look where it is. No, I'm going to take that compressor terminal off and okay, it tells you what everything is. Motor cable white goes here for the start. Earth obviously green, red goes to number 2. What's that one there? black, neutral, number 5. That makes things a bit easier then, which is nice. And that's just all surface rust from mouse piss sitting on the compressor. Yeah, it hasn't pitted it, luckily. It has a little bit, but that's quite thick, fortunately. If it was a Chinese compressor, like what's in that heap of crap, it would have went through it. That's not too hard, I'm going to fix that. There's a date in here, 9th of December 1955. 55 model, this fridge. It's a bit newer than I thought it was. But that's just crumbling away. This wire is still flexible. Thermostat and light and the switch wire, they're all still okay. I've recently installed a bain marie I ordered from Stokes online, from my local TAFE, and it came with this from the factory in China. So this is good quality cabling. Has a nice smell to it too, just high temperature stuff, good stuff. We're going to use that for my compressor. Red, white, black and your earth, which is all colour coded on the side of the compressor, which makes things a lot easier. Bits of paint tells exactly where they go, which is a nice feature. It's got to be careful with that because it's the same sort of concept before the fuse, like GE friggin' patent was free to use on other manufacturers. That's obviously your earth, let's go on to earth. And there's that white one, which is that one there. White, red, and that leaves black on the other side. Yeah, this cabling is just a disaster. Okay, wheels, it's all been rewired. Bit tight, but there's no shorts in there, it's not going to rub through. That's all tied down now, because of this is a bit thicker. Just lift it like that. I've got some insulation plastic under there and tied it down with some of that. It's just nightmare getting that nice and tightly packed. It's just going to friggin' be a nuisance. So stretcher leaf's been modified so it's going to work. Just ready for a test now. Got on a safety switch. Let's test it. She's on. The light works. Little filter dryer in there. Look where I put the filter dryer up on top of there. Good heat exchanger, I'm putting the filter dryer there. Well, I've never seen it done there before. There's all surface rust on this too, you've got to fix that. That's the one here. The other wire wasn't too bad on this. Pipe going behind there, that's the thermostat. This one here must be something that a pipe comes in, the pipe comes up here. So that makes sense. It's on 4. I hope it stinks any. Oh yeah, quite a bit. Starting to get in there. Oh, it stinks like shit in that fridge. Might get some brass on an evaporator, polish it. It is running. Apparently the tool that makes that, the tool they put on that is still available, because I've seen the latest Kirby compressors from Thailand in commercial fridges still have that exact service port on them. So that tool that you recharge it that goes on here, it must still be available, just in Thailand and not Australia obviously, unless you're certified commercial fridge, which you could get it through I don't know where, but I've looked at a local supplier and where I am, I haven't seen them available. Must be a special order direct from Kirby. God, it stinks. But it started right up. You hear it? Sounds nice. So expect it to sound nice. The same motor inside that shell as what's in this shell. So that's a K5 revision. This is a K. I don't know if this one's a K10 or compressor, different, slightly improved. Oh, that stinks like smelly feet in here. Oh yeah, it's starting to get cold. Right here. I can see some frost. We're getting cold. Bloody thick. This must be stainless steel. Yeah, look at the pitting on it. The pipe work is actually separate though. Oh, actually no, it's pressed in. There's some surface rust there, which luckily it hasn't done any damage to the pipe work. I reckon it's steel that's been galvanised. If that's the case, I'm going to have to clean this right up. That's getting cold too. This must be steel then. Galvanised steel evaporator. If that's the case, I'm going to have to make sure it's really, really well, get that surface rust off that. I'm going to have to. Yeah, it's getting cold. I might have to get some cold galvanising spray paint on this, I think. I'll get a magnet. Get a magnet on that. I've never seen a galvanised steel evaporator. And that is actually steel. I'm going to have to clean all the surface rust off that to prolong it. Because that's not a good thing. That's not what you want to see, an evaporator with rust on it like that. It's only surface rust, so it's nothing to worry about, but this must be the same then. I've got a magnet on that and do that one there as well. Oh no, where I put the bloody magnets. Let's test my curiosity, eh? Yep, that's steel. Galvanised steel. There you go. Same thing. Galvanised steel evaporator. Wow. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's only surface rust. That's not even slightly pitted anyway. Look at that. Gotta love cheap Chinese inverters. The light's flickering like crazy. Gotta love that inverter. That's kind of cool then. That's getting cold all throughout. Oh yeah, that's working nicely. Oh, I'm going to clean this up now. It stinks! Oh, it's stinking here. Oh, I'll shut it off. The seal's all good. Just got to demold it all. It stinks like smelly feet. It works real nice. Happy with that. Now just do a cosmetic cleanup on it. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. I've got other things I need to get done. So that's the hardest part done. The rewiring is done. It's getting cold. Oh. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.